Someone sent me yesterday the clip that we couldn't find. They found it of Ray Lewis in 2017. I think it's on Inside the NFL. James Brown was the host. Ray is talking about his problem with Shannon Sharpe. And it's all related to the Colin Kaepernick Black Lives Matter movement. And Ray was one of those guys that wouldn't participate in the charade of Black Lives Matter. And hey, we're going to take a knee during the national anthem. And we're going to pretend like all these police officers are racist and they're just out to kill black men. Ray wouldn't go along. In 2017, when everybody, it was like the Macarena, taking a knee and pretending like white police officers were just out on a killing spree. Ray wouldn't do it. And that's what got him crossways with Shannon Sharpe. Let's play the clip. The reason why I clearly have a bias, and I probably said this before, but Jim Brown, probably the greatest influence on me from the sports world. Jim Brown, my guy. Ray Lewis has an even deeper, stronger relationship, or had, with Jim Brown. And that gives me so much affinity and respect for Ray Lewis. And I know many of you have fallen into the media narrative and the distorted narrative about Ray Lewis and what happened in Atlanta and what happened at that Super Bowl. Most of you don't have the access that I've had with Ray, where I've talked with Ray, heard from Ray's own mouth as what transpired, been able to do my own research into what transpired, as I've shared with people on previous shows and previous things that I've done. The actual guy that did the stabbing in that limousine, I actually knew him through Derek Thomas. He used to come to Kansas City. He's from Miami. Derek Thomas is from Miami. Derek Thomas used to host a summer golf event weekend, big party in Kansas City. That's where I met the guy's name, Big Oomph. Little dude, but they called him Big Oomph. And so when you know the intimate details, the real details, all of this garbage of Ray Lewis murdered people and Ray Lewis covered up the murder of people, the truth is so much more complicated than that. One, Ray did not murder anyone, did not stab anyone. And two, if you understand the situation and the position that Ray was in and what he had to do in order to protect himself, protect his family, protect his ability to live out the life that he felt God had for him as a football player and a provider for his family. Ray Lewis's decision-making throughout that entire process made perfect sense and was actually honorable. And I know that sounds crazy to you all, but if you actually know, you know. And I just don't participate. Ray Lewis's reputation has been under attack for the very reasons that he's expressing here. Ray has a set of convictions, manly convictions, Christian-inspired convictions that he will not back off of. And so when everybody else was playing the Colin Kaepernick police brutality game for traction and money, Ray wouldn't do it. And trust me, he would have made money if he had. He'd be one of the most celebrated athletes. They treat him like Kobe Bryant. They treat him like Michael Jordan. And the Kobe Bryant deal is intentional because despite Kobe being accused of rape, everybody celebrates and worships Kobe Bryant. And so Ray Lewis could have come on the other side of that Atlanta deal if he had played the politically correct game, and he would be celebrated. And he would be considered this wise, but he wouldn't do it because of his convictions, his values, his integrity. Ray Lewis stands up like a real man. He avoids the delusion. He's not going to handle things in a feminine way. And so when I say the delusion of cowardice, it's not just little scrawny Malcolm Gladwell. It's a lot of these athletes. Scared to death. Don't feel like they have anything of value outside of athletic ability, and that's dried up. And so they say whatever is convenient and leaning into the delusion of others and leaning into the chaos promoted by people that promote division at every turn. That's lucrative. That pays the bills. That keeps you viable for all these TV jobs. Delusion is a sickening form of cowardice. And that's what's been ruling this world. And all of you all that want to share dominion, and women are equals. Prepare yourself for more chaos. Prepare yourself for more Catherine Hickman and data points and Rolodex of situations. Prepare yourself to be pushed out of the job market, pushed out of the provider lane. Prepare yourself for surrender to women, not surrender to God, but surrender to women. And you will hear this and some people, Jason just hates women. No, I don't. I fear God. These women don't. That's how they walked up into the Garden of Eden and did what the hell they wanted to do. Because they don't. And man, because he fears woman more than he fears God, won't rebuke them, won't say, hey, look at all this chaos. Look at all this delusion we're living with. Look at all this, look at all the insecurity, suffering, fear we're putting on children because you won't submit to me as I submit to God. You want to share power. You want to be in lanes you're not qualified for. Like what you saw? Hit that like button, subscribe, and check out the full episode by clicking the link below.